morning, everyone. It is Monday morning, the day before I leave out to go on my road trip. You have to excuse my appearance because it is 7:30 in the morning. I have not got dressed yet, done my hair, or anything. And I have this jacket on because I'm ready to do some yard work, and mosquitoes are still bad at this time of the morning, and they will bite you up. But as I was saying, I am leaving tomorrow, and I have a lot to do today, like a lot. Yesterday I wasn't feeling well, mentally and physically. The menopause stuff was bothering me yesterday. I had been good with that for over about a 2 week. See, it's a mosquito right now. About 2 weeks, and I hadn't been having any issues. But yesterday was a little rough. So I have some yard work to do. My husband asked if I wanted the lawn guy to come, and I'm gonna show you guys the yard. It is kind of rough because it has been raining for about a week here now. We haven't had any rain in months, but this is our rainy season and hurricane season, so it has been raining every day, and I have tons of growth. But I don't really want him to come while I'm gone because I have little seedlings or little things growing that he doesn't see and he'll chop down. So he'll just have to wait till I get back, and by then the yard may be a jungle because it's already starting to turn into a jungle now. So we're gonna do that. We have to get Journey together because I decided last minute to cancel the van rental and gonna take Journey. So I pray that everything goes well because this is a 991-mile trip, and this will be the first time that me and Journey will be, gosh, mosquitoes, good Lord. This is the first time that Journey and I'll be going that far. So I pray that everything goes well. I did get the tire fixed, so I'm gonna have to get Journey situated to for this travel. So the first stint of the travel, I'm going to try to drive 9 hours, and that's from here to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So hopefully I'll be able to do that whole 9-hour stretch without needing to stop. Well, I'm gonna stop and take breaks, but for the night I'm gonna stay the night in Chattanooga, and then pick up, and I think I should have 7 more hours to Indianapolis. So, but I'm gonna spend the day in Chattanooga, and so I'll rest a little bit, and then I should arrive in Indianapolis on Thursday, get a little rest, and then me and the family will be going camping from Friday to Sunday. And Sunday, I guess I'll either Friday, well, yeah, it have to be Sunday, come back, get dressed, and meet a few friends and family members, and maybe get back on the road Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't have definite dates, but it's gonna be somewhere around that time, so I should be gone about a week. I don't know, like that's kind of the longest time that I've been away from my husband since we've been together. So I'm gonna see how we both feel about that, and maybe we'll do a video on that when I return, on how the first experience being away was for both of us. Then after I get Journey together, I plan on getting the house. I did laundry yesterday, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I think I did like 3 loads. So I'm gonna put everything up and make sure that he has something to eat for the week. Make sure I have everything that I need because I always forget something when I leave. And then hopefully by this afternoon, I should have all of that done. And by the afternoon time, lunchtime, I should be able to make some delivery orders. Oh, I forgot, I also gotta send some of my plant orders out too. But that's what my day consists of right now. But I'm gonna show you guys this plant. This was a beautiful flower that plant, and you can't tell anymore, but it's been almost a month now since Mother's Day. My husband had got this for me, so I'm gonna see if I plant this in the ground, if I can keep it alive. So I'm gonna plant this. And my husband, I mean my son, my oldest son, Poop Dog, or Christopher, he brought me these along with some beautiful jewelry to plant. So he brought me a blackberry, a blueberry, and raspberry. And I'm going to plant these as well. I'm going to plant the flowers in the front of the house, and these I'm going to try to plant on the side of the house, or maybe in the back, because in Florida these don't really grow too well. You always want to look at the zone when you're buying a plant, because see, the blueberry, it says zones 4 to 7, and I'm in zone 9B, so this is really out of my zone, so it probably will not produce any blueberries. So I'm gonna plant it in the back, and hopefully it can get some shade and it will grow a little bit. The raspberry, it says zones 3 to 10, and the blackberries 5 to 9. So these should be okay, but I really haven't had much success, but we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for all of these. So I'll be planting those. And let's see. So let me show you guys the yard now. It really is a jungle. It had so much growth in this last week. So here's the yard. When I say it has turned into a jungle, it has turned into a jungle. Oh, let me show you guys. I was surprised when I came out here the other day. Look at my cherry tree. It is loaded with beautiful flowers. And I have a cherry on the ground. Wow, this is the first one I've ever received from here. Oh my God, I'm gonna taste it. I don't care if it was on the ground, I'm gonna eat it anyway. It's the first fruit of my tree, but it is loaded. And I was worried because I was wondering if I was gonna ever get any cherries. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. And that long guy better not come over here and cut this tree down. He did it already when he came. He cut this down, and my plumera right here. I mean, he chopped this thing up. Let me show you guys. See right here? He chopped it down, but I'm glad it came back. My lemon tree has so many buds on it. You see the white flowers? And these things smell so good, so good. We got a couple of passion fruit on the ground, so we're gonna pick those up. We got these to eat. Which I don't like really care for fruit, but I've been trying to make myself eat them, and I grow them. But there we go. We're gonna get those on the way back in. Okay, we have the fruit, and I'm examining it now, right now, to make sure that there are no bugs or bites or anything. So this is actually, it's called Barbados cherry. It's not really the real cherry that we know, but in Florida our weather is too hot, so this is like a Jamaican cherry. So I'm gonna try it. Has little seeds in it. It's not super sweet, and it's not tart. It has a good, pleasant flavor. So what I do when I eat something, I just throw it back in the yard, and it goes back to the earth. So let's try to find a spot for this plant that my husband got me for Mother's Day. Okay, I think this probably will be a good spot right here. Now this is if this plant will make it. I don't know if it will, because I don't even know what it is, but I will look it up. It still has some green to it, so it might be okay. We're just gonna separate it a little bit. And we'll see how it does. Hopefully it will grow, because it was a beautiful flower. So I'll water it later. Once I get everything else in the ground, I'll come back and water it. So I hope that it makes it, because it was beautiful. There it is. Did you know that you can take a pineapple top like this and plant it directly in the soil? Now this is if you're in a warm enough climate, and you will be able to grow pineapples. And that's what all of those are. I have some that have gotten covered up by this cactus over here that I planted. Let's see. So we're gonna try to get back there and get those. It's about 5 of them, or I may have my lawn guy see if he can pull those up for me. I'm not trying to get stuck by the cactus. So I'm just gonna take these and put them right in the ground. They don't need to be very deep at all. You just really place them on top of the soil. And pineapple don't mind being crowded. You plant them close together. There we go. And this is the side of the house where the barking dogs are. But I forgot to tell you guys why I decided to get in the rental van. That just slipped my mind. Because I didn't want to drive my van because the seats they're gone, and my nieces and nephews will be coming back. Then I had to thinking, like, I rent the van, go there, come back, then I have to take them back, rent another van. And once I left there, I had planned on continuing on to the west coast. So I just changed it and said that I'll go ahead and take Journey, and when I get to Indy, rent a car for everybody to be able to get to the campsite, and then have my son drive my nieces and nephew, well, a couple of them back in the car, and then I'll drive the van. I figured that would be a better solution than renting the van. It's a little less costly, and that way my son and grandson, they'll be able to come back and visit for a little while too. And then when it's time to take my nieces and nephews back, then I'll have someone drive them back. And then we'll be able to continue on to the west coast. So maybe that solution is a little better. So like I said, I'm on this side of the house now, and I usually take a notebook and write down where I'm planting where and when I'm planting what. And that's until I know what variety it is. After that, I don't need it. I usually remember, but before I can actually like see the leaves and whatever, I don't know what it is. So it's good to keep up with that. So I'm on the side over here, and it does get sun, but hopefully I already have put these like gates and posts up before, so hopefully they will do okay over here on this side. So I am going to plant, let's see, The raspberry says you want to space it out by 3 feet. The blueberry says by 5 to 8 feet. And the blackberry is 4 to 6. So what I think I'll do is plant the raspberry and blackberry, and then side by side, and then plant the blueberry all the way at the end. See, I have a post right here. It was a fence post, and the wind, and just from it being old, the fence collapsed. This is how it comes in the mail. He purchased it and then shipped them to me, and it's been sitting almost a month now. I've been trying to get to it, and there it is. So I'm just gonna plant it right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but here it is. It's just a little stick right now. So we're gonna put the rest of the dirt on it that it came with. And all of these that I'm planting, I'm going to water. And you want to try to take good special care of anything that you plant for at least a week or two. Water them every day, and you know, just look at them and make sure that they're not in distress. Trying to rip this weed up next to it. Okay, so that's raspberry. So I'm gonna write that down in the book. So it's behind bed number 1. And I'll just write, I made like a little chart. And then put raspberry back there. And it's called a heritage. That's the variety. Heritage raspberry. And here's the blackberry. I don't know. Man, I mean, it has color to it, so it's still alive. It's just tiny. And the variety is Arapaho, something like that. So this one doesn't even have to be put in very deep at all. So that would be very simple. Just stick it in. Let's see here. Yes. So I'll just stick it right here. I don't have to go deep. I'll dig the hole down, and then I'll cover it with the soil that came with it. Find a little piece. And let's hope that, you know what, I'm gonna cover it with soil a little bit so the sun won't burn it. So it'll get a little protection. So that's what we'll do with that one. And then I'll be back to water that. Oh, it's getting kind of toasty. I think I can take this jacket off now. Mosquitoes probably are done biting for the morning. As soon as I say that, watch one come over here. So the last one we have, and it's behind bed 3, would be the blackberry. Oh, I'm sorry, blueberry, and the variety is called Blue Crop. And there we go. And that's what it looks like. So we'll find a good spot for that. So we'll put it right here. And then we'll just add the soil on top. So these, actually the blueberry doesn't need one of these. So I can scoot it over and save it for something else that will need it. So I think we're gonna do that. You just gotta think about it sometimes, and you'll realize. So we're gonna scoot it over just a little bit. Because blueberries don't grow on vines like raspberries and blackberries, so they don't need it. So we'll just scoot it over a little bit and put it over here instead. So it's easy. Just take it out. Let's get some of that soil that we put on there, put it up there. Then we'll just cover it up. There we go. That was simple. There it is, just a little piece. Yeah, so I'm straight country girl. If I didn't have my husband, I'd be living off the land somewhere. But, you know, he's a city guy, and we both have to compromise a lot in our lifestyles for one another. And we do love one another, but I definitely wouldn't have this life, and I'm sure he wouldn't. He wouldn't have his yard looking like this, because to him, it's ugly. He doesn't like the yard at all, but he knows this is what I like, so he deals with it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind living in a trailer or RV, even my van, on some land, and growing all fruits and vegetables, and just be out in the country somewhere. And animals, I don't really care for like touching animals, but I would have them because I think they're cute. I just would have to get used to touching them, because I'm never pet or touch animals. Like, that's one thing I do not do. But one day, hopefully I'll be able to find some land here that I can have like a mini farm. That's my goal. Like, the land I have here is like over an acre, but it's not agricultural land, so I'm not able to get farm animals and all of that. I can't have chickens. So once I know that I'll be able to go back and forth to the land, now that I'm not working as much, I should be able to do that. I will be able to put some chickens out there and have enough feed and water and everything for a few days. It's about an hour and a half from my primary residence here. So that's why I haven't been over there doing stuff so much to the land yet, because that's an hour and a half ride there and an hour and a half ride back, and you know, that's not to mention, you know, doing any work. So I know when I go out there, I'm gonna have to stay the night. And I was wanting to wait till rainy season, which is now, because again, I can't plant things in it and not have any water to grow. So now it would be a good time for me to start going over there and planting things, because it's raining enough to be able to water them. And also there's it's like, you know, not developed, so there were a lot of deer and everything. So again, if I plant things, the deer are gonna eat it. So I'm gonna have to find a way to keep the deer out of it. But that is the land that I do want to be able to camp on, and it's on a lake, and also be able to allow, you know, people to use that land as well. But that looks like all as far as these plantings. I do have my other seedlings that I need to plant. I might as well plant a couple of those right now, but I will get back with you guys a little later on today. Okay, looks like the tire sensor light is still on, and maybe that's just because the tire was just put on. So I'm going to drive it and see. Let me get out and check and make sure the tire is still inflated. Okay, yeah, the tire still looks good, so it just may be because it hasn't been driven yet. So it has been a morning. I had to leave up out of the house because I just would have kept on thinking of stuff to do, and it's just getting a little overwhelming. So I'm like, I gotta go. So I had got an email from Amazon because I had ordered that tent, 8-person tent. And when I ordered it, I remember going in and changing the address and put in my mother's address because I used to have it set to my address. And then I had to change the payment information. So the email said it would be shipped to my house and it would be sent, it will arrive on Thursday. That's going to be too late because I'm leaving tomorrow, which is Tuesday morning. And I know I was tripping because I'm like, dang, maybe I did put my address instead of my mom's address. So I tried to contact them and it's already shipped. So I had to order another one. That's like about $180. So I ordered another tent and I almost pushed the check. I went in and changed it again. I added my mother's address and then it prompted me to change my payment. So I went in and changed my payment again, and then I went to the last screen, and then my address went back in again. So I almost pushed the button, and then the second tent would have shipped back to my house again. And I knew I wasn't tripping because I knew I specifically put my mom's address in there, but it keeps defaulting back to my address. So I was glad that I literally was about to push the button again. And I looked and I was like, why does it keep going back to my address? And I'm changing it on the shipping, not the billing, the shipping. And it done that twice. So I was just like, okay. And then with the campground thing, I pushed Friday through Sunday on there. But I went back and because I have to book 2 camping sites because it was more than 6 people. So it only allows up to 6 people. So I ended up doing it Saturday through Monday. And it was only $18 a night per camping site, which that's not bad. That's cheaper than it is here. But I went in to change it from Friday to from Saturday to Monday to Friday to Sunday, and they charged me $8 to change that. And I had to do that twice, 2 separate reservations. So basically I paid $16 to switch one day. So after that, I was just like, okay, I need to get out the house. I need just to relax. So right now I am delivering these packages to the post office. I was able to get all my orders ready and sending them out now. And then I'm going to do some little deliveries, and that's going to be the relaxing time for me because once I drop these packages off, I'm going to get in the back of the van and just lay down because I've been going since 7 this morning and I just need to rest. Okay, so the tire light sensor did go off, so that's a good thing. And I got my packages all together, my packages and my seeds. So I'm ready to go drop them off. Okay, so I have, I ordered the 8-person tent, and then I have, looks like maybe a 4-person tent. But from what I've heard, the numbers that they say for the tent, you want to cut them in half. So 8 and 4 want to be 6 people. Then I have a 2-person tent, so that's 1, that's 7. We have 10 of us going. So I'm gonna go home, and I think I might have like 5 air mattresses. So I'm gonna blow them all up to make sure that they don't have any leaks or anything, because I don't know if they're gonna want to sleep on them. I know my mom definitely probably will want to sleep on an air mattress. And we're gonna put some fishing poles in here. I'm trying to make a list. Well, I did make a list, but I'm gonna try to remember to put everything in here. I am leaving tomorrow. I'm planning to leave about 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know that's late for a road trip, but I'm not in a rush. So I'm gonna leave at 9 and drive 9 hours. Please say some prayers for me, because I'll be taking this almost 1,000-mile trip for the first time in Journey. And send well wishes and great vibes. And I thank you so much for tuning in. This was just an update. And y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all day. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.